Good morning, welcome to today's RC Coffee Chat. Now, to be honest, it feels like I haven't done an RC Coffee Chat in forever, but realistically, it was only on Saturday. So anyway, getting on to today's topics, we have three main topics actually, or maybe four topics to cover. Number one, apologies for no RC Coffee Chat yesterday. You'll find out why in a few moments, and how I believe I made up for that. Next topic is we've got some more new episodes on their way to us. And number three is that we do have an integrated board which we'll look at in a moment. And also Banggood have been in touch about some microquads as well. So anyway, coming back to the beginning. Apologies, no RC chat yesterday. As many of you know, I've got two girls and it was a daddy day yesterday. And they had me up at the crack of dawn. And I spent the entire day with the girls. Absolutely brilliant. So apologies for no RC Coffee Chat yesterday. I was otherwise entertained by two little monsters who are just absolutely crazy. Now, I did feel a little bit bad, and I think I published 7 episodes in 48 hours. I think I made it up to you. If we have a quick look to see what we had over the weekend, if I just go down here, we had the full review of the Eachine TX03. If you haven't seen this yet, very, very cool little FPV camera. I previously bought the TX02. That was really good, but did get rather toasty. It's sat here on my desk, ironically. There's the TX02, a little flight pack which I went and made. That seems to work really, really well. A nice little push button on the top and a really cool little blue LED screen on the back. The TX03 was pretty cool. Now, unlike other reviewers, I left all my mistakes in. I really did. The fumbling with the buttons, I left that in there on purpose so that you can learn from it too. It has pretty much the same like handling characteristics as the TX02, and the day which I tested it on was absolutely horrible. It was grey, it was overcast, it was raining, and just look how it coped with the skyline down to the grounds, into the trees and things like that. And then when we went down into the trees, yes, it still had some fisheye effect like we've got with the TX02, but that one seems to have like a less of an effect as well. And I ask you a question when we're actually down in the woods looking around, and would you actually use that to fly micro quad around in those conditions? And they were pretty awful. And personally, my answer was yes, I would do. So if you would like to see the full review on the TX03, that one is available. What else do we have come out on the weekend? So we had the TX03. We had, the FPV Micro Sky Hunter. We'd gone up to the flight line and we were just chasing around as normal. And then Dave was looking at the clouds going, they look a bit low, Matt. And they really were. So I chucked a 4S battery in the Micro Sky Hunter, extra bit of power, took it right round, and then started climbing. And I was up there within about 2 minutes, something like that, into the clouds. Absolutely brilliant. So we brought it back down again. Well, to be honest, I enjoyed that flight for a while. Brought it back down again, loaded it up with the run cam, and then took it back up again. Absolutely brilliant. That's the first time I've been in and out of clouds. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. And you get to share that experience as well. Very, very cool. Then on Friday, we went slope soaring, as you can probably remember from last week. We went up to Haresfield Beacon. Absolutely brilliant. I did get about I got 3 videos from that day. The first one is just me sharing my training session. So I went up there with a plan to improve my slow rolls, so to bring the models round all backwards, and then by the end of the day I was doing figures of 8 just in rolls on the slope. I think I had it licked by the end of it, so I've added some commentary to that episode. When we do go to Haresfield Beacon, I always like to try and take a time lapse while I'm there. There's nothing quite like just coming back and then just seeing the sun move across the sky and then the clouds coming this way. If time lapses are your thing, that one was very, very cool. So yeah, that one was really for me because I really do like the time lapse footage which we get while we're up there. Next episode is one of the flights which I had with the Hornet FPV wing. I've still not got back to the one where I was just ducking in and out of the trees. I will root that one out and do some commentary for that one. But that episode, the Tree of Doom, it really is the Tree of Doom. It's like a tree right next to Stu's armpit, and we decided to go in and out of it. And again, I leave all my mistakes in. So yeah, we have a few unscheduled landings in there, to say the least. That's a really cool episode. Oh, also, I had a model turn up, which turned out it was the Sakura. I've got it here next to me. Frankly, it is a bit flimsy. I want to hold off complete judgment on that one until it's actually built, because I'm pretty sure it's going to really stiffen up once we get all those little foam plates in and the carbon fibre rods and things like that. I've got the servos here. I've got a little micro receiver here as well. Should be really, really good fun. The only challenge on that one is that I didn't get a motor mount, so that's rather frustrating. So I'll either make one out of an ID card if I think that will work. If that won't work, then I'll knock something up in SketchUp and make a 3D printed one. To be honest, I think I might go with the 3D printed approach, and the reason why I might go with a 3D printed approach is because I know that if I get the ruler out or some calipers out, I'll be able to make like a cross frame like that and then mount it so it's got little arms to sit onto the foam, which will be better gluing space for the actual motor mount itself. And then we also had an FPV rag around with the Micro Sky Hunter on 3S as well. That was kind of fun. That was actually turned out to be the first flight of the day. Yeah, I was caning it pretty hard. As we do. So yeah, we had a couple of episodes to make up for no coffee chat. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 episodes. So apologies, there was no RC coffee chat on Sunday, but there's 7 episodes to keep you entertained over the weekend. Next topic, new episodes. So let's go and have a quick look to see what we've got coming. We've got a FPV, so the Micro Sky Hunter, I've got like a build overview video, so that one's about 18 minutes long. That's me recapping on the Micro Sky Hunter, just giving you all the tips which I had from our actual build itself. We have Size Final Flight with an AXN. Now, I never knew that you could actually break the main wing spar in an AXN. Apparently, it is possible. So we've got that flight coming out, that recording coming out at some point. We've got Dave's Hornet FPV wing, Maiden as well. We've got me just mucking around with the Sky Munter as well. And yes, that's what I've been and called it. That's another episode coming out. I've got another episode from the flight line with the Weasel XP. Brilliant fun on the slope. Absolutely brilliant fun. I just wanted, I recorded that episode so that you could be there with us on the slope. So that one's there as well. Oh, I also did finally get around to putting the Runcam 2 on top of the Weasel XP. And you can just see my flying style on the slope. And sometimes I have to be erratic because there's 3 other nutters on the slope trying to knock me out of the air while we're there. So yeah, you'll notice that on both of those 2 episodes actually, because yeah, it's all fair game to knock each other out of the sky, and sometimes I need to do very, very evasive maneuvers. So there's 2 episodes there. The Mel episodes, which I've also got lined up, they will go out. I think it was 55, which is holding us back because I want to add an extra bit of commentary in at the beginning or at the end. I don't know which side I'm going to do it now, about those boots which arrived because they were absolutely fantastic. So I am going to go and edit that one this morning and get that one out. Also, I am working on the build video for the Micro Sky Hunter. It's about an hour and 10 minutes long. As far as editing, last night I got to about 50 something minutes in. So I've only got like quarter of an hour's worth of video edit time left on it, which is about half an hour more to work on it. So I will get that one out. Well, I need to finish it this morning so I can render it on the other computer so I can carry on and do some work today. So that one will also be out later this week at some point. By the way, pretty much all of these episodes which you see, which haven't been published yet, are in the Facebook group, and they will just get published out during this week. That's why we've got views and likes on them already, because I've published them in the Facebook group first. And by the way, that's what I do with all the episodes. well, all the normal episodes, is get them edited up, share them in the Facebook group, and then that keeps the people in the Facebook group happy, you happy, and that then affords me a little bit more time to go back and add in descriptions, tags, and whatever else. And then I'll just drip feed them out on YouTube later. And by the way, I do like to try and keep myself a week in advance. It was only last week where I just basically used up all of my episodes, and this is me trying to get myself back up to date. So you should be expecting over the next week an RC Coffee Chat every single morning, a mail episode every single lunchtime-ish, and then another episode of some form in the evening as well. So yeah. My original goal of doing 1 episode per day is now turned into 3 episodes per day for the next 7 days or so. Not like I like to keep busy or anything like that. What else we got going on? Oh, I spotted this one this morning. It's a little new little cube. I'll put a link in the video description for you. Why did this one take my attention is because it was a board stack. And it came with the PDB and the ESC board on the bottom. But I did spot something on this one, which was that if we scroll down, so yeah, there's the top board, which has got a receiver built in it, which I thought was a very cool idea. Excuse me, which is an FR receiver, which got my personal attention. But then we got the ESC board or down here at the bottom. But then it kind of hit me is down here. There's the power distribution board or ESC board, depends which way you look at it. You've got all the positive terminals on one side and all the negative terminals on the other. And then if we scroll down, is that not going to be a slight issue? Because if you've got motor 1 on here and motor 2, 3 and 4, what's going to go on with the power leads? You're going to have to start crisscrossing them underneath. Now, to me, it looks like a really good idea. I'm just thinking in reality, because you're now going to have to crisscross power leads underneath the board, is that now not going to cause noise on there, considering one of these boards is got an OSD built into it as well. So yeah, very compact package. How it works in reality, I genuinely don't know. Would it not make more sense to have positive, negative, positive, like the 2 pads next to each other so that you can get those power lines out of the way to the motor? I don't know. It is a curious setup what they've got there. But anyway, let me know if you think I'm right or wrong in the comment section, as I'm sure you will do. And the last topic of today, which I've posted in the Facebook group, and I've seen like a million messages pop up in the bottom about this, is Banggood have been in touch asking, would I like to review this model? It's an Eachine Fat B, which looks like it's got an FPV camera built in, or the Eachine Turbine, which I scroll back up, and are willing to send it across to me for free for a review. Now, I do want to actually put this into perspective, which is GearBest also got in touch a while ago, and I asked exactly the same question in the Facebook group, and they all said, no. That's basically it. Matt, we want to see some more fixed wing stuff, so that's fine by me, by the way. And I do have a bag over there with a QX. It's not even a QX90 or anything like that. It was a kit which I spotted on Banggood about 2 months ago. Bought it. And it's just stayed there in the bag. I've just not got around to doing the build on it. I do have my Psychopathic micro quad here, which I run on 2S, and that is mental good fun. How good are those little things? They're probably great for flying around indoors. This one, outdoors, I don't know, 50 mile an hour, probably more. Depends how much I bend it over like that and fly it down the hill with like a psychopath. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know. If you're in the Facebook group, do let me know. We'll make a decision pretty quickly on that one. And yeah, frankly honest, I'd prefer some more fixed wing models. I've got all the models which I'd like, especially from Banggood and pretty much from GearBest right now. Those models are either being bought or on the way to me, if I'm brutally honest. We've got the Reptile S800 on the way to us. Fingers crossed it turns up here this week so that we can have a nose. Oh, and by the way, the second that model turns up, I will do an unboxing video of it and get some like first faults into it. Then we'll stick her straight on the workbench, get her glued up, and we'll take it out for a fly. Obviously, weather depending. So do expect about 3 episodes for that one. Because we'll have the unboxing, we'll have a quick build episode, and I will be quick on that one. And the third one is we'll take her out for a maiden and see how she does. So yeah, we do have a flying wing on the way to us. And don't forget, I've still got 2 very special wings here, which I need to tell you what they are, and I will get to that hopefully this week. I am trying to work my way through all the videos which I've got to edit in the moment. And I've also need to stick that 3000 kV, maybe 3500 kV motor on the back of the Micro Sky Hunter, so that we've got something which will compete with Dave. I do need to try and work out how I can get 2 1.3 4S batteries in there to make sure that we've got plenty of juice for the motor. Because I know with that 3500 kV motor is that it does, even though they're in specs, that it draws 83 amps. Now if I pull that out of a single 4S battery, I'll end up puffing it. So if I put 2 in there, and they are the Turnigy A-spec batteries, if I put 2 of those in there together and just put a connector up on them, that I should be able to give it the amps which that motor desires. If I can't fit those 2 4S 1300 packs in the model, then I will go on and use the NTM prop drive instead, because that's got, I think it only pulls about 53 amps, and use that one instead. So we will be at the kind of limits of the battery now. So and remember, I need to get it to go round 4 laps. That's my goal, 4 laps and then land. And that, by the way, that's 4 laps of takeoff, full throttle, and go for it. So that's all it's got to survive. We'll see what happens with that. So to quickly recap this morning. Apologies again for no RC coffee chat yesterday. It was a daddy day, and I had great fun. Didn't touch a single model, and then when I came back out here in the office in the evening, all I did was edit episodes. That's why we've got such a good backlog at the moment, and that's my phone buzzing. I think they're leaving me lots of comments on that post which I just stuck in Facebook. We do have several episodes out instead, so if you haven't caught up yet, there's loads of episodes out. There's some unboxing, there's some time-lapse, there's some onboard footage, there's some footage on the slope as well. Plenty of stuff to keep you entertained in the meantime. And also over the next week, we've got, like I said, we've got we'll have an RC coffee chat every single morning. We'll have a mail opening episode every single day this week, and we'll have one of these, basically picked it random, for the rest of the week. So you're going to get 3 episodes out of me for the next couple of days. Oh, and then Banggood were in touch about those 2 micro quads. So do let me know what your thoughts are on those. You can do that either in the comments section here or over on the Facebook group. So, with that said, I sincerely hope that you are out flying on the weekend. Sunday here was perfect. We had a bit of sunshine, it got misty, there was only a light bit of breeze. Oh, I really wish I was flying. But on the flip side, I had my girls. It was really good fun with them. So, hey ho, if you were out flying, I hope you had a fantastic weekend flying. If you didn't, don't feel alone. That was me too. So on that note, from myself, Matt, thank you very much for joining me for today's RC Coffee Chat, and I shall see you again tomorrow morning. So on that note, cheerios!